Hey guys, Evil Man here bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi match. First off, I want to start by apologizing for not uploading anything recently. I actually had a big problem with my Acekard to the point where I had to actually go buy a new one, and it takes some time for the post office to get it here. So again, guys, I'm really sorry. But anyways, today's match is an Ubers match against a guy by the name of Truevillany that I found on the Wi-Fi Battle Finder. It's actually a pretty decent match, and it actually was decently close. So I'm hoping you guys will enjoy it. I know I'm really enjoying Ubers, so you probably will see a lot more of that out of me. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and lead off the match with Bugsy the Fortress, while he's going to go ahead and lead off with his Zekrom. Now, knowing Zekrums usually don't carry fire moves, I'm not too worried about setting up layers of entry hazards, and seeing that most of his team is grounded, I'm going to go ahead and go for Toxic Spikes right off the bat to make sure I get the most residual damage possible. Now here he's going to go into Rayquaza and want to take out my Fortress, but not wanting to go down to my Sturdy, I'm going to go ahead and switch into Terra, the Groudon. Now, Groudon doesn't take this Overheat as well as I would have liked him to, but it's still enough HP to where I know I can live a Dragon move of some sort. So I'm going to go ahead and stay in and go for the T-Wave, hoping to hit either Groudon, or hoping to hit either Rayquaza, or one of like the two things he has that aren't affected by Toxic Spikes. But unfortunately, he's going to go ahead and switch in his Arceus, which is not going to allow me to use my T-Wave to any effect whatsoever. Now, I decided that I absolutely hate Grass Arceus for the reason that it's just this bulky T-Waving annoyance on Uber's teams, and I just can't stand it. Luckily though, since I'm running a Sun team, I should be able to take care of it with relative ease. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and switch out into Fortress, and what does he do? He Thunder Waves like a little girl and switches back out. Now, why he goes into Zekrom is beyond me. Maybe he was predicting a double switch on my end or something, I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and go for normal spikes this time, just trying to get in another type of hazard. I could have set up another layer of Toxic Spikes, but I think Poison's doing enough on its own to where it's not a big worry. So he's going to go ahead and Volt Switch out into his Jirachi, and I'm going to keep trying to set up more spikes, but this time I get the Para-Hacks, which is, nothing different. You guys all know I have just absolute horrible luck. So after some leftovers recovery, I'm deciding, okay, I'm not going to really want to stay in here on Jirachi, so I'm going to go ahead and Volt Switch out just in case he wants to switch, while he sets up the Stealth Rocks. Now, seeing Jirachi, I know I'll be faster if I go into Mewtwo. So I go into Mewtwo, and I'm thinking, I'm in the sun, I'm going to go ahead and blast it in the face with a Fire Blast. It'll be super effective, anything he brings in will actually take a decent chunk. And here we go, so excited. Oh, I missed. Go figure. What's new? And he's going to go ahead and U-turn out. And that's going to do about half to Mewtwo, which is really kind of disappointing and makes me sad all over. But anyways, he's going to go into Kyogre, and now that the drizzle's up, I don't pack Thunder on this Mewtwo, so I don't feel comfortable staying in, even after all the damage those entry hazards have done. So I'm going to go ahead and send out Me Gusta, because I love me some Blissey. And this Blissey's blue, which is again another texture hack, but I thought it looked kind of cool, sort of like a blue boy Blissey maybe, blue for boys, pink for girls, So I'm going to go ahead and use my leftovers, get some health back, and he's going to go ahead and bring in Arceus. And right now, I don't know why I really did this, because it doesn't really matter that Fortress is paralyzed, but I'm going to go ahead and go for Heal Bell, and just try and heal off the Paralyze. I don't really know what I was thinking. Maybe I thought it would make more of a difference in the end, but I don't know. Now, knowing that Grass Arceus can't really do anything except for Paralyze me, which will just get healed on the switch out with Natural Cure, I'm going to go ahead and set up the Wish. And now that I have Wish up, I can pass it out into anything I like. And him switching into Zekrom was just perfect, because now I know I can go into Groudon without anything getting in the way. So it'll be actually really good for me. He's actually going to switch out his Zekrom and go back into Arceus with a double switch. Obviously, maybe trying to predict the Groudon coming back in on my end to receive the Wish. But at that rate, you could have just tried to nail me with a Dragon move and just done some residual damage, instead of me just switching out again when I see Grass Arceus. I mean, I've played enough Ubers to know that he's just going to either Grass Knot me or try and use Judgment to take me out, so it doesn't really make much sense to stay in. So, predicting the Ice or Grass move, I'm going to go ahead and go into Phoenix, but of course he's going to be bulky gay Arceus and use Thunder Wave again to slow down my entire team. Oh, by the way, this is my Choice Scarfed Phoenix, my Reshiram. So, now that he's paralyzed, he's basically useless. But not entirely, because Reshiram is absolutely a beast in Ubers. And I'm going to go ahead and fire off a big Draco Meteor right here, which on top of the poison will be enough to take out Kyogre, and that'll start to give me the weather advantage. And I'm not too worried about the paralysis though, since I still have my Blissey that has Heal Bell. So all in all, this match is looking really good for me so far. I've got hazards, I've got, you know, nice pokes doing work. I'm pretty excited about it. So right here, he's going to go into Mewtwo after he sees me Draco. And this kind of worries me because I know Mewtwo can be an absolute beast. But since I know it usually attacks on the special side, I'm going to go into Blissey. And here he's going to set up a Calm Mind, which I think, oh, this won't be too big of a deal. It's just Mewtwo. You know, and right here, I really should have protected and not been worried about him setting up another Calm Mind. But I was stupid and thought, oh, hey, it won't matter. So he goes for Shy Strike, which I totally forgot hit on the physical end. And even though this Blissey is 252 defense, it's not going to go ahead and live that because it's Life Orb, it's Stab, it's Calm Mind boosted. There's just a lot of factors playing into why that didn't do work. So here I'm going to go ahead and switch into my Groudon and bring the Sun back in because I figured that would be one of the most important moves yet. So then I'm going to go ahead and switch out again and go back into Bugsy because Bugsy's specially defensive. And I think that will actually help me out a little bit. But he just sort of predicts all over my face and just nails me with a Fire Blast. So, you know, that got me far. Okay, so now that I have nothing, really, I'm just going to go into my clone and say, hey, this has to be a speed tie. I'm max speed Mew. Maybe I can just pull off something and kill. Oh, no, you can't, Evil. Don't get so optimistic there. You know, don't be so hopeful for the game to actually go decently. So here he's going to keep losing HP to Leftover, or to Life Orb and Poison, which is really what I'm hoping for because I don't really have any other way to take it out. So here I'm going to go into Natsu, my Fairy Tail version of Blaziken, and I'm going to go for Protect right away just to try to get the Poison to knock him out, but unfortunately he's going to go into Rayquaza, and since I'm packing Protect and Swords Dance, I don't have Stone Edge, so I can't just Stone Edge this Rayquaza out of the sky. And also, I'm kind of afraid of the Extreme Speed in case he does have it, because I know that might take me out. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into my Groudon and just take whatever he wants to go for, which happens to be the Earthquake, which is totally fine with me. It really didn't do that much. And now, here's where it's sort of like a little bit of a weird thing starts happening. He's going to go ahead and switch out his Rayquaza into his Arceus. And I'm going to go ahead and Dragon Tail right off the bat, just trying to get some damage in on Groudon, or on his Rayquaza? Gosh, sorry, I can't speak right now. And it's going to Dragon Tail in Jirachi. Now, seeing Jirachi, I know he isn't going to do anything, so I might as well just Earthquake while he sets up the Wish. Now, here I make a really misguidedly confused play. It made sense at the time, but not in my head. Since Jirachi's lives, I know the Wish is either going to get hit by him, or he's going to try and pass it out. So I go ahead and go for the Dragon Tail, hoping to Dragon Tail out maybe his Mewtwo and have it die right away, but instead it goes into Rayquaza and he gets the boost from Wish. It made more sense in my head than it did when I was actually playing, so I'm sorry about that. Here Rayquaza is going to switch out back into Jirachi, figuring I'm going to go for Dragon Tail or something and he can just use Jirachi as death fodder. But instead, I'm going to go ahead and set up Stealth Rocks this turn with my Smart Boy Mind. So, what you know about it? Anyways, he's going to go and bring in Arceus now, figuring that he can go ahead and take me out. But thanks to Stealth Rocks and everything else, I'm going to be able just to switch in Phoenix. And then I can just sit here and spam my Draco Meteor until his Arceus is dead. So, you know, him having to recover actually did make a pretty big difference instead of him going for, you know, kind of a move. So I figured I could go Blue Flare, but why should I when I just have the opportunity to just spam Draco Meteor? Because I know Draco will hit anything on his team hard, whereas Blue Flare might fail when it goes up against Rayquaza. So here he's going to go ahead, send out Rayquaza, and here I think it's just a desperate attempt move. He knows that if he can't get set up, he's going to lose. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Draco Meteor again, being locked in because of Choice Scarf. And he's going to go for Dragon Dance, just hoping among hopes that he's going to be able to take me out. But I don't get parried, and even though I'm at -2 with the Stealth Rock damage, I'm easily going to be able to take out his Rayquaza. It's super effective, it's stab, base 140, you know, a lot of good stuff going there. So lastly, he's going to go ahead and bring out his Zekrom. And now that Zekrom's out, I know he's just sort of in a pickle because Zekrom won't be able to do absolutely anything to Groudon. And it won't be able to even, you know, touch me. So I know I have the game right here, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to go ahead, go into Groudon, take that Outrage, and I'm going to go ahead, fire back an Earthquake, and then Spikes will go ahead and take out Mewtwo, which will leave me with a narrow 2-0 victory. Now, I'm sorry I got a little bit ahead of myself there, but you know, it sort of was exciting for me to win an Uber's match. I was doing pretty bad on it. Now I was kind of disappointed I didn't get to use Blaziken in this match, because I remember back when Blaziken was OU, and it was just one of the funnest pokes for me to mess around with, and my buddies and I loved it. But yeah. So guys, anyways, that's the match. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will probably be posting up more videos really soon. And make sure to watch the channel Fatal Fatalities for a special upcoming video. And I will see you guys later. Bye.